And a very good afternoon or morning to yourself wherever you are watching across the globe. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company. We are into Tuesday already, Tuesday the 23rd of March, and we have got, as always, a jam-packed day lined up for you on Crafters TV. If you didn't already know, my name is Craig Laird and I'm with you for an hour, Monday to Friday, 12 noon here in the UK or 8 AM Eastern Time, 5 AM Pacific Time. But let's have a look and see exactly what we've got coming up throughout today on Crafters TV. And we're going to be, after this show / Craft Vault, we're going to be kickstarting with a masterclass, and that is with Debbie. Debbie's in the building with Joe, and she's going to be showing you a number of things. But first of all, it's all going to be your essential adhesive bundle. So that is going to be 3 PM here in the UK, 11 AM Eastern Time, 8 AM Pacific Time. So if you want to get your starter bundle when it comes to the adhesives, this is definitely the show for you. But we're going to touch upon it on Wake Up Call. And then later on to end the day, also with Debbie and Joe, that is then going to be launch party, and it's all about our new Eclipse stamp and die collection. Really nice collection in total. However, you do get one of them that is only available at us at Crafters TV. So that's going to be 7 PM here in the UK, 3 PM Eastern Time, 8 AM Pacific Time. But then all week what we're doing is we're celebrating an 18th birthday, and it's Totally Tiffany's 18th birthday. Absolutely fantastic. Happy birthday to Totally Tiffany. Now what you can then do is you can peruse our website and you can stock up on some Totally Tiffany goodies where you're actually going to be getting double points on Totally Tiffany products. But to celebrate our birthday, we're going to have a very special craft class. That's going to be this Sunday on the 28th of March. So that's going to be really good to tune in and join in, and going to see Totally Tiffany take over the scheduled show. So that will be something to look forward to as well. But then what we've got to do is we've got to announce yesterday's National Craft Month, our daily giveaway, and the winner for yesterday is Lisa Turner. Congratulations, Lisa. You are going to be winning what is a way to pop up on your screen in a moment or two. You'll be seeing, here we go. So this is, now is this what Lisa's winning, or is this today's giveaway? So that one today. So Lisa, if you do want to double check to see what you have won, head across back onto yesterday's show. You'll be able to have a look and see there. But that, what you just seen on your screen a moment ago, we'll pop that up again for you just in a second. For your chance to be in with winning that bundle, you can then, you can just comment whether it is on YouTube, whether it is on Facebook. Comment away just saying hi, hello. Maybe you want to wish Tiffany a happy 18th birthday. Whatever it is, get your comments in, and the lucky winner will be announced in our 7 PM show. So that's going to be 7 PM here in the UK, 3 PM Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. That's going to be with Joe and Debbie, and the lucky winner, so apologies for that last one I showed you isn't what the winner's going to be winning today. The winner is going to be winning this one here. So you've got this really good abundance of goodies, lots of stamps and dies that you're going to be winning within that one there. So all you have to do, as I say, get comment in, and you can be within the chance of winning that bundle. But that's not the only giveaway that we're also doing, because it is March and National Craft Month. What we're going to be doing is giving a monthly giveaway. So one lucky winner at the end of this month is going to be winning a Gemini Pro and the rotating disc to go with it. So all you have to do to be in with a chance of winning that goodie bag, it's one heck of a heavy goodie bag, that's for sure, is follow the details right along the bottom, and that'll take you straight to our goodie bag giveaway. And I keep saying goodie bag, of course it is the Gemini Pro as well as the rotating disc. So while you're across on the website, whether you're perusing the products that are coming up throughout today's show, maybe you're just having a wee look to see what else is across on the website, you'll also find our relatively new, only launched yesterday, current Get It, Got It Good. This week is our Twirling Characters Craft Kit. For this one, £20 here in the UK, $20, or for you guys in Europe, it's also €20. You're going to be getting 80 bonus points with this one here, over 230 elements. You can make a minimum of 24 cards. You've got all your different card sizes as well. You can then, of course, be getting all your cards, your stamps, your dies included. That is your current Get It, Got It Good. So do check that one out. out when it comes to the website. Right, so what is it we've got coming up throughout today on Crafters TV? This is all about starting off with Masterclass, which of course, as I alluded to right at the very start, that is 3 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. It's all about our core tools. One of the core tools is actually your adhesives. There's all the sticky stuff that you need to assemble your cars, and you can see them on your screen right now. So within this one here, what you're going to be getting is you're going to be getting things like your transparent glue, your 3D glue, your tape runner, your foam pads, small and large, 2 lots of double-sided ultra strong tape called Altaca glue, 2-pack of your fine glue applicators, and even your 22-meter tape runner. So within that one there, you're getting that really good price of £41 here in the UK, $68 for you guys stateside. An absolute must when it comes to your crafting arsenal, that is for sure. But then what we're going to do is we're then going to focus on our stamping. So when it comes to our stamping, you might find it easier using our stamping platform, or you might actually find it easier using the rocker blocks that we've got on your screen right now. So when it comes to your rocker blocks, you've got your packs here. So in total, what you've got is you've got 2 packs. However, you are getting 6 in total. So if you want to go for this one, it is $9.99 here in the UK, $13.99 for you guys stateside. It works out as 2 for the price of 1, you know, so that is a really good bundle to pop into your basket. And that one is something that we'll be showcasing very, very shortly on a Wake Up Call. Then we're going to flip it over, still doing stamping, but then you might find it easier using your magnetic base and stamping platform. This is something myself and Joe are going to be doing when it comes to Try It Tuesday, with it being Tuesday. Now, within this one here, what you can do, see on your screen, you've got your actual base, but you've also got your magnetic discs included. So within this one here, this is something that sells out time and time again. We've got it back in, you've got the stamping platform, you've got the magnetic base, and you've also got the magnetic discs as well. $22.48 or $22.49 here in the UK, $26.99 for you guys stateside. This is one that you're going to be using for your rotating stamps, your layering stamps, anything along those lines. And this is one of those absolute musts when it comes to your crafting goodies within your craft room as well. Then what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finishing off the day with a party in the building, and that is our that is absolutely Georgina, a big whoop whoop. That is our launch party, and this is all about our Eclipse stamp and dies. So this is where you're going to see right at the top of me here, this is where you're getting your stamps, you're also getting your dies. It works out that you buy these 4 and you're going to get the 2 at the back for free. Also within this one here, it works out as, when it comes to the sets that you're getting the Let's Party for free, or when I say for free, that is a Crafter's Companion CTV exclusive for that one there. So within that one there, if you go for the full lot, you're going to be £45 here in the UK, $50 for you guys stateside. So much fun to actually get that Eclipse look when it comes to these stamping dies. However, the alphabet dies themselves are incredible for just using as standalone elements when it comes to your craft booking or your crafting, your scrapbooking, or maybe things like your memory books, etc., etc. So it really is worthwhile checking out that one later on today, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. But with it being Wake Up Call, we are never alone. We've always got someone just holding fort when it comes to social media, and today we've got Joe is back in the building. Joe is on for the remainder of this day, and he's going to kickstart it here in Wake Up Call, aren't you, Joe?
I am indeed. I am ready and raring to go, which is fabulous on this fantastic Tuesday. You guys are as well. Loads of you chatting away with me today. I can see Shelley is in from Michigan, Jane's here from Stourbridge, Laura in Virginia, Felicia in Ohio, Diana's here from Indiana. All of the usual suspects are tuning in, Craig. I really want to know what people are excited for today, what they are looking forward to, because as Craig just gave you the rundown there is a lot of awesome stuff coming up in the show. If you want to get social, maybe you've got some questions that you want to pop across to Craig, then I am here. I am your servant. You can get in touch. All the details are just here along the bottom of your screen. And also, it's Try It Tuesday today, so I'm going to have a go at some stamping, and I feel like, Craig, I wouldn't go as far as to say hung out to dry, but I'm certainly not being eased into it in any way, am I?
Yeah, we are certainly putting you in at the deep end to start with, that is for sure. But I'm going to be guiding you all the way through, so you're going to be absolutely fine. What we're also going to be doing as well, it's going to help many of you at home. Let's face facts, because we see it on social media. Sometimes some of you have a bit of issue layering and lining up the rotation stamps. So that's what we're going to focus on Try It Tuesday. So we're going to get Joe to do it along with me, and then also helping out any of you at home that sometimes have a little bit of issue when it comes to lining them up. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to do that very, very shortly. But before then, what we are going to do is we're going to be having a look at what's coming up later on Masterclass, 3 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time. That's with Joe and Debbie, and it's all things sticky. And within this one here, our Crafter's Companion, our Essential Starter Kit, so you're getting 10-piece collection. However, if you were to actually count the individual foam pads, the elements that come within the glue and that, you've got way, way, way more than that one. This is going to be a perfect one for your mats and layers. If you're doing your layering up with your decoupage, maybe you're doing your box making, you've got your intricate dies, anything like that, this is absolutely, one, going to be the perfect bundle for you, and two, the perfect show as well for you to tune in. And actually, do you know what? Three, the perfect person, having Debbie Fisher as well stepping you through them. So what will we do? Let's do a little bit of a taster peek as to some of the things that you can be doing. I've got a selection of glues that come within this bundle, and we're going to do a little bit of a step-by-step as to some of the layers or some of the glues that you're going to use. So what we're going to do, oh gosh, lots of comments really just popped in there as well. Oh gosh.
Lots of what?
Lots of comments.
Oh.
Just all of a sudden, they just
all
started
boom.
flood through in there. Yeah, we can't see it. I've got mine just at the side here. Oh, took me by surprise. Pamela, Pamela on YouTube. Oh, I stink at the rotating stamps. Can't wait to give it another go. There you go. Well, if you feel you stink at them, this is definitely going to be do it. And let's face it, if Joe can do it, you can do it.
Rude. It's true though, it's really true.
Rightio, so what we're going to do is let's have a look at, first of all, our wet glues. Now what we've got is, within this bundle as well, you've got your tacky glue. So we've got the tacky glue, and you're also getting two of these fine tip applicators. These are what I use time and time again. And then you've also got your Collal glue, Leanne's favourite glue in the world. And don't forget, you can pop them into your little applicator as well. Straight away, mats and layers. What one's going to be good for what? Anything that's uncoated, things like your texture cardstock, basically anything that is a uncoated cardstock, you're going to use your all-purpose glue that we can see here. Because if you were to use a coated cardstock, for instance, your Centura Pearl, Adorable Scorable, anything like that, because that alcohol, what we'll actually do is it'll actually start to take away the layer or the shine. So what you're going to do is anything that is coated, you're going to be using your tacky. Anything that's uncoated, you're going to be using your all-purpose that we can see here. Very simply, either popping it into your little applicator, or you can go straight over to the back, and you're going to put a nice little layer all the way around. What this glue also does is it makes it really, really sturdy and robust. And in a way, it's as if it's given it a third matting layer. It's that strong. What we've also done is let's pop it into there. Say you get a little bit of glue where you don't want it. First and foremost, your layer is repositionable. You've got time to lift it and move it and pop it back to where you want it to be. But what you can also do is you can then also go all the way around and take all that excess glue off. So you get your little glue dot, that eradicates it simply, and you've got that nice crisp, clean matting layer that you can see here. Very similar, or not identical, when it comes to your tacky glue. So let's take that little bit off here. And you're going to do exactly the same. Now, either straight away from the tacky glue bottle itself, because you do get a little nozzle along the top, so you can go straight over the back with your actual nozzle. However, with the tacky glue, you need very, very, very little. So even with mats and layers, I would still use my small applicator, we can see here. And we're going to go around the edges, all the way around, and that is literally all that you need. Now we're going to pop it into place. Now first and foremost, you will get a little bit of manoeuvrability, but it grabs really, really quickly. This one's good if you want to create any of your paper flowers along those lines. That will be good for. What it's also good for, we'll show you in a minute, is if you do like to use your tacky glue for your intricate dies, it can go into all of these small areas all the way round. So a good one just to pop for mats and layers or for your intricate parts of your dies. Also good for popping your gems and that into place, because you know what I'm like, even although it may be a self-adhesive gem, I still like to pop my tacky glue on the back just to hold it into place. So that's those two covered for the moment. Then what we've got as well is we've got our tape runners. So within the tape runner here, let's bring in a few of these layers that I've already got into place here. So I'm checking. So we've got our dotty and we've also got our straight edge. So let's bring in my dotty one. And what I've done is I've already pre-cut a couple of layers when it comes to Sharon Callis's collection. And I've done that because these are really, really intricate parts all the way around. What I'm going to do is, just so I don't get adhesive onto my glass mat, if we use the dotty tape runner, and it's still the same incredible quality adhesive within a straight tape runner, it's in dotty form. And what that means is if we go around all of the edges, the dots, they're that fine, they only stick to the areas that you need them to stick to. So if I work my way around, if I lift that up, what I then find is I have no bits of adhesive in these tiny little apertures. There's none. I know it's hard for you to see, but this is a really quick form of getting your layers into place. So what we can do here is we can pop that one in there, and at this point, this is where you would see any little shiny glisten coming through the layers where the glue is, and there's not, so you can't see them. So there we go. So that is how you would use your dotty. Let's do it once more again using our dotty tape runner. Or if I go back to our tacky glue, this is where you can use your tacky glue with your fine applicator. Now granted, this does take a little bit longer because you're going all the way round, but if you use your dotty tape runner, it's a lot quicker and it's a lot more of an instant stick. So if I go around here, doesn't mean that you can't use your dotty tape runner to pop your adhesives in the center like I have. You sometimes find us doing that on Crafters TV because we need to do things quick. If we can't find our straight tape runner, then we use our dotty. We can layer that in. If you are using your tacky glue, it does dry clear, so I just dab away any of the excess. You'll be able to see there's no shimmer or shine coming off those intricate areas, which means there's no glue. You can't see it. So that is a good one when it comes to your dotty tape runner. Then we can go into our straight tape runner. Now our straight tape runner straight away is for your mats and layers. Perfect for your mats and layers. What you can then do is use it to create your boxes. Now, when it comes to boxes, I will always, when I'm at home, use my tacky glue because it is so good for construction. Once it's dry, it's really tough. So I will 9 times out of 10 use my tacky glue for construction. But our tape runners are uber strong, so you can use them for construction if you so wish. So straight away, there is the construction of our box base for this one here. So let's press them in. I'm going to press them a little bit more. So you can then start to create the construction of any of your layers that you're doing. However, let's go on to a bit of black. So if I put my adhesive strip, you can then bring things in such as your glitter. So if we bring in our glitter here and we sprinkle that on, we can then start to do our glitter strips. So I'm going to turn it away from you for the time being. And you'll be able to see you can still absolutely...
That's cute, Craig.
It's nice, isn't it?
Really lovely.
It really, really is. So maybe a bit of a faux matting layer if you want to. Then what we can do is, keeping in lines with the adhesive tape, we can then move on to a red liner tape. Now this is uber strong. So if you don't want to use a white glue, a tacky glue, to construct your boxes, then what you can do is use your red liner tape. So I've already got my red liner tape all the way around the edges here. So what I'll do is I'm only going to do couple. I'm just going to do these two for time and speed because there's something else I want to show you with the red liner tape. So we can press them into place, and then this is a good alternative for your construction, not just boxes, but anything construction wise. You can use your red liner tape. However, if I go in, I'm going to bring my black cardstock. I'm then going to bring back in my red liner tape. Now your red liner tape is that strong that you can use it with heat embossing. So you can put your embossing powders over the top and heat it to melt and it will be absolutely fine. You can of course use your glitters if you want, but what you can also use is your gilding flakes.
Oh, I love these, Craig.
So nice, isn't it? Aren't they? Really nice. That excited to get my words mixed up. Really nice when it comes to your gilding flakes. What you can also do though is use our straight edge tape runner. Now I wouldn't use our straight edge for heat embossing, I would only use our red liner tape, but you can still use your straight edge, and let's bring in our dotty, and you can still do little bits of your dot. And what to do is you do get tiny little foam, maybe you could use actually, I say maybe, you could use the backs of your blending foam, and what you're going to do is you're going to start to burnish the edges, and what happens is it takes away all of the residual, and then the residual gilding flakes, and then what it does is it makes it all dotty. You can see all the dotties. You're also still going to take away the residual flakes from the layers. So there we go. So that is what you can also use your tape runner for as well. And what I'm also going to do now, I'm not going to go right into explaining this, we'll just show you, because don't forget Debbie is back later on with these. And that of course is the difference between your Collal 3D glue gel, which you do get your syringe applicators with, and then your foam pads as well. Straight away, you can still do just plain mats and layers with your glue gel, just do a really thin layer. The benefit for these ones is your layers. So these ones, you could pop your embellishments on as well, but if you want to do things like your floral decoupage, anything that you want your big layers on top, you could use your glue gel or your foam pads. If you're a new crafter, I would always recommend you use your glue gel because that gives you more maneuverability. You just need to let it dry. If you're like me and you want things to be instant, then use your foam pads because it's straight away and it is instant. Within that big bundle, you're getting just a selection of what I've shown you. The foam pads, you're getting the small ones and also the large ones. You can see it all on your screen there. A great smorgasbord of adhesives that you've got within that package there. Crafter's Companion Essential Starter 10-pack collection, £41 here in the UK, $68 for you guys stateside. Still getting a really good saving there. You're still going to be getting your Club Inspire once you check out across on our website. And anything else that you want to know question-wise, do get them in for Debbie and Joe. And while we're talking about Debbie and Joe, let's head across to Joe right now. And he's got some comments that you've been sending in thick and fast.
I have indeed. And a question for you as well, Craig. Pamela Evans on YouTube wants to know, for the hunky-dory Matte-tastic, what glue would be best to use, Craig?
Right, Joe. Matte-tastic.
For construction, I should add, sorry.
So, yep, so Matte-tastic is uncoated. So if you're using it for mats and layers, I would use the tacky glue. If you're using it for construction, such as boxes, then you could use your red liner tape, you could use our tape runner, but as it's construction, I would always recommend you use your tacky glue for doing your construction. So hopefully that helped.
Awesome.
Thank you. Sorry, Joe. Can I just say, if it's their original Adorable Scoreable with the coating, you're wanting to do mats and layers, then also use the tacky glue, not the all-purpose, because it's a coating, it'll take it off.
Awesome, thank you for clearing that up, Craig. Lots of people talking about their favourite glues. A lot of people letting me know what they are looking forward to today. Karen says I look a bit like a lumberjack today. I don't think I'm built for manual labour, to be honest, Karen, but I've got the look going on for sure. Kathy says hi from Pennsylvania. Hello, Kathy. She's looking forward to seeing the Eclipse stamps. Well, that is going to be awesome. That's coming up in the launch party with myself and Debbie Fisher a little later. Kathy says, Craig read this out earlier, she's not cracked the rotation stamps. Maybe this will be the inspiration that I need. My demo will probably be many things. Inspiring, I'm not sure, Kathy, but Craig is here for the inspiration. Don't you worry about that. Georgie Ann says, Joe, after the success you had with the exploding box, you'll have no problem with the rotation stamps. I think that might be some misguided trust there, but I'll take it all the same. Lena says this just proves that Crafters Companion listens to their customers and gives them what they want. We do our best. We do try, Leela. We really do. Jane says her favourite glue is all-purpose. It is amazing. Beth says, what a great collection of adhesives. I wouldn't be without any of them. Mary Pat loves the all-purpose. She says it makes the cards nice and sturdy. Christina says she's learnt so much from you last week in the glue class you did, Craig. I also learnt what I'd been doing wrong, so thank you for that.
You are more than welcome. Really glad, and that's a good thing with us at Crafters Companions. Joe said, you know, just get your questions and we can help you with anything that you are struggling with or need a little bit of help with. Now, what we're going to do is, on the lines of anything that you need help with or struggling with, what we're going to do now is both of on the shows as well in Masterclass, we've got our large stamping platform with the magnetic base, and we've also got the rocker blocks. Rocker blocks, you're getting 2 sets. One of them you're getting 4 rocker blocks, one of them you're getting 2. So in total, what you're going to be doing is getting the 6 of them, 6-pack. They are half price. So they're half price, or the other way that you could technically think of it is buy one, get one free. So within this one here, $9.99 for all of them. Let that sink in for a minute. $9.99 or $13.99 if you are going to go for that one. And for you guys across in Europe, if you do want to know, that's €11.99 for you. So what we are then going to do, I think, is if we show you then the large stamping platform as well, and then we'll show you the difference. So this one sells out time and time again, and you're going to see why in a moment or two. So this has got the actual base. This has then got your actual magnetic, well, it's got your magnetic disc and it's got your top platform as well. So you can see it here. You've got it there, your Crafters Companion stamping platform and magnetic base. $22.49 for here in the UK. For you guys stateside, it is $26.99. Or if you are in Europe and you want to know without going to the website, it's €26.09. So that is your stamping platform and magnetic base. And then we showed you a minute ago the rocker blocks. And how do they differentiate? What one's better without the other? So let's take our rocker block to start with. Now, rocker block, what we're going to be able to do is, if we then, so I'm going to go from, there we go, perfect. So from up above, so if I hold it here, can you see how we've got that nice little rock? We've got that, so it's not straight. It goes at a nice little rock. What that means is if I do start to rock it, I can rock it back and forwards. I wonder, George, are we able to go in front? Perfect, there we go, thank you very much. So you can see we've got that rocking action there. How that works is we've got our platform all the way around. However, at one end and also the other end, there's a little lip. So up above, you can see if you can hear my fingernail. There's a little lip, so there's maybe, it's about, I don't know, maybe about 3 millimeters or so. There's a little lip. So what that does is that gives you the same depth as whatever stamp that you're going to pop into place. So I'm going to pop my thanks. So I pop my stamp into place here. Now this could be any stamp. Remember, you're getting 6 of them in total, so you're going to be perfect for all your different sizes. What I'm then going to do is I am going to bring in my white smooth stamping card. Now, 9 times out of 10, what we'll also use as well is we will use our stamping mat. But do you know what? Because it's not technically on the show, I'm not going to use it because I don't want to bombard you all with thinking all these different things. Let's use it without it. So what we're going to do is let's take our quick dry. So I'm taking my quick dry simply to show you. But if you are going to be using maybe your alcohol pens or your water pens, water pens, aqua pens, sparkle pens, water-based pens, that's what I was trying to say, then you're going to be using a specific ink pad. So what to do is stay tuned for Craft Vault straight after our wake-up call, and we will talk you through them. Then what I'm going to do, if we can, George, if we can come into the front again. Perfect. So what we're doing now is we're sitting at kind of at a 90-degree angle, and then what we're going to do is we're then going to position it where we need it to be, and then we're going to rock. So we're going to rock, and then you'll be able to see we get pretty much a perfect impression that you can see there. The only thing you need to watch for, and I'm going to do it once more on this one, let's stamp. If you get ink all the way around, don't worry about it, no problem at all. All you need to worry about is if you get ink on each of these edges. You may be coming to trim down your cardstock, but if you're not, and you go to rock, and you have ink on the edges, what will happen is if I rock, you get your ink line down the side, which you don't want. So as I say, you're probably going to come along and trim it away, but if you're not, just bear in mind that you could get that ink line. Other than that, look at that, none of that other ink all the way around, and that's because the lip at the edges are the same depth as the stamp you're going to use. So that's where your actual rocker blocks come into play. But what about the large stamping platform? Perfect for many different things. One of them is either your layering stamps, or one of them is just to get that perfect impression time and time again. So I've popped a piece of our white smooth stamping card again, and we'll go back and we'll use this stamp once again. Now I've not cleaned this, I've still got, well, I'll tell you what, let's just pop it onto here just now. The good thing with your larger stamping platform is that you have got these 8 spring feet. So these all stay into place. So whenever you stamp, you can stamp time and time again, and you're going to get it bang on the same place every time. What does that mean? Right. That means if you stamp your image, sentiment, whatever it is, and you don't put enough pressure down, and you're left with bits that are missing. So what I'm going to do is purposely press it this side, and I'm going to remove, and you're kind of like, oh, yeah, I've missed down here, I've missed up there, I've missed down in here. What you can then do is, because your cardstock has stayed in the exact same place using the magnetic discs, your sentiment or your image, whatever your stamp is, stays in place, it hasn't moved. We can go back, we can then add our ink, top it up, we can then come back in with our stamping platform, pop all 8 feet back into their little holders, and this stamp is exactly where it needs to be. Press again, we can go back, press in our image on, remove it, and we have got that perfect, crisp, clean sentiment now. So this is where, even if you're using a really, really small stamp, if you can, get into the habit of using this larger stamping platform, simply because if you feel like you've not got a crisp, clean impression, or you are missing little bits, or you want to highlight that colour that little bit more, re-stamp it time and time again, and you're going to get it bang on. To try and do that, let's take the back of this one, and last but not least, let's bring in one bit of card. I am by absolutely no way knocking our 4x4 or our 6x6 stamping platforms, because I still use them and will always use them. But if we pretend this is one of our other smaller stamping platforms, if I press that into place, so let's lightly press it. Oh, look, I've missed all that. Now, what am I like? Joe, there is no way on God's green earth that I can get that bang on exactly where I had it before. There's no way I could try. The cardstock's moved, I wouldn't know where I'm going. It's nigh all impossible to do that. Whereas the larger stamping platform, your paper's held in place, of course, your stamp's still in place, so you can go straight over the top. So as I say, I will still always use our other two stamping platforms, but if you can get into the habit of getting this one, and this one sells out time and time again, so to have it back in this last week or so, it's phenomenal. And to feature it on Masterclass with Debbie and Joe is going to be really good as well. We're going to be looking at it again in a moment or two, but when it comes to, whether it's the adhesives we showed you, the rocker blocks, or of course, this larger stamping platform with the magnetic discs and base, the magnetic base platform and disc, you can see it on your screen right now, $22.49 here in the UK, $26.99 for you guys stateside. If you are across in Europe, you are €26.09, saving 10% on that one there. That's then going to be 3 p.m. here in the UK, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. And do you know what? That one, we don't even need to do a discount on that one. We don't need to do a discount on that one, but we still do it. We still do it because we're good that way, and you're still going to get your Club Inspire on top of that one. But what we're then away to do is we're still going to keep along the lines with a large stamping platform, and we're going to do a little bit of a Try It Tuesday, aren't we, Joe?
I am always trying, but none more so than on a Tuesday, Craig. It was always Treat Yourself Tuesdays. Now it is Treat Yourself Try It Tuesdays, which I am down for, Craig. I must say, loads of love for that magnetic stamping platform, though, and all the stamping mediums we bring you, actually. Penguins, 88888 on YouTube, says, I love the rocker block. My little boy managed to do some fab stamping with it. Debbie says, rocker blocks are so easy to use. My 4-year-old granddaughter calls them Rocky Blockies, and she loves using them. I love that. That's so cute. Jane says, I do have the stamping platform I use for bigger stamps and rotating stamps, but I must say I've had my rocker blocks for years and absolutely love them. They give a crisp, clear image every single time. Evelyn says, I so love the magnetic stamping platform. My stamping looked terrible before I got it. Well, I'm glad we've sorted you out, Evelyn. Debbie says, best stamping platform ever. It's by far the easiest one to restamp to get a great impression. I've used quite a few different ones and they do not compare to the Crafter's Companion one. Laura loves the platform also, and Kathy's saying she's had the rocker blocks since they came out. They were much easier to use successfully than a regular acrylic block, which is awesome. She doesn't have the best dexterity, so she says it's really fantastic for allowing her to stamp. I'm not going to lie, Craig, I'm a tad nervous. I did take a long time centralising my cardstock. But that's all I've done so far. All you've done, right, Joe? Well, that's a good start. So let's do that. Let's explain this one. So we've both got a rotating stamps. We've got two different ones, but it's from the same family. Now, what you want to do to start with is either get your cardstock to the size that you want, or make sure that it's bigger, because you can come down and trim it afterwards. I've got a piece of 7x7 cardstock. So as Joe said there, he's already centralised his. Now what you're going to do is by using your cardstock, get it as well into the centre as you can. Now I know you can't see the cross. That grid makes it really nice and easy, doesn't it? Exactly, yeah, and that's what I follow, Joe, when it comes to get it into the centre. So you can see now, we've got 2 squares from the top, 2 squares at the bottom, 2 squares at the right, and 2 squares at the left. That lets me know that I am bang centre in the middle of my stamping platform. So we're going to pop our magnetic discs into each corner so that it's held in place, so we know that's good. What I like to do, and Jan's exactly the same, Joe, especially when it comes to these rotating stamps, I always follow it with my Crafter's Companion logo on the bottom right-hand side. Awesome. Just a bit of a mental guide. So that's the starting point, yeah? So that's what I always say is a starting point, yep. Awesome. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it over. Then if we bring in your stamp, now what we need to do when it comes to the stamping platform is we need to do exactly what we've done a moment ago, and we need to get this central to our stamping platform. So is that 5 at the bottom and 5 at the top, Craig? I believe off the top of my head it is. 5 all round? So I'm sure it's 5 all round. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 5 there. I think we were right, you know, Craig. So I think. So if we get that over a little central as I can, so 5. So if I double check, so let's pop. Is there a little bit of room for error, Craig? You'll always get a tiny little bit of room for error, yeah. Okay. But it's the way that it looks as you start to do each layer that looks really fun. I think I'm good.
2, I think I'm the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
They're very tacky, aren't they? I never realised quite how tacky these stamps are. That's the first time I've ever touched a stamp, you know?
Is it? Really?
Yeah.
And that is a good thing, because what you don't want as well, if they're tacky on the front, it means they're going to be tacky on the back. And that's good, because you don't want them to fall off your stamping platform, like it's a way to do here. So this is why you want to just make sure that it's nice and adhered to your stamping platform. So what we can then do is, if we bring in our...
Oh, Craig, do I need a wipe?
Do you know what? We will do, but do you know what we'll also need as well? In between each stamp, we'll need to get a bit of kitchen roll or something, just to dampen off.
I'm sure someone will grab us some kitchen towel.
So we will do. So I'm sure that they'll get that all going in a moment. So what we can do now is, we've got our stamping platform that you can see here. My logo to start with is on the bottom right. So simply take one of your ink pads.
So your logo's on the bottom right with the stamp facing up or stamp facing down?
So facing down.
Facing down with it on the bottom right.
So you've got it
just there. Have I gone a bit flappy there? I think I have. Sorry, one sec.
It's okay.
I'm not quite stuck down there.
There
we are.
Set.
So
Fat,
on the bottom right. Okay, I'm there.
So what we can then do now is, that is your mental guide for your logo. So turn it around and take your first colour.
I've picked my cardstock up. Sorry,
Craig.
Craig.
You picked it up. That's okay.
Right, let's just get that lined up again.
And that's the thing, when it comes to these stamps or our layering stamps, it's absolutely key that you get your cardstock and also your actual stamp layered into the right position, into the central position, because that's how it's going to work. Whether you're layering up the stamps or whether you're rotating the stamps, it's always key to get both card and stamp layered up.
Okay, I'm done.
Is that you?
I think I'm good, Craig.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so that's where we're starting then.
That's where we're starting.
Cool.
So we can simply now turn it over and choose your first colour to stamp with.
I'm going to go with the lemon tonic. Have you got lemon tonic as well?
Honey pot, I've
Honey
got.
pot, okay. Any tip? Do I just smush it all over?
Just smush it all over. Make sure all of your raised areas anyway have got a nice impression with the ink. So once you've gone around that a few times and you're happy with that, we're using quick dry for these ones.
I better put the lid back on, because I know what will happen, Craig. I'll get the blame, won't I?
So turn it back round, and then keeping in mind your logo is to the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah.
And then we can pop that into its little holders and press, making sure that you're giving a good pressure all the way round.
I did it.
Look at that. Look at that.
Got a really good in. I might just, should I give it a second one? Or do
if you want to.
One or no? I think I might just give it one more quick one.
And that's the thing, with using the stamping platform, I showed you with that thanks stamp before, you can absolutely do that, because you're going to get it bang on exactly where you need it to be. So pressing, and it's making your colour really vibrant.
Love it, Craig.
Look at that. Perfect.
Awesome.
So first of all, you're thinking, right, okay, Craig doesn't look
that
very
looks
good,
all
does
right.
it?
Bit wonky, maybe.
But it'll be fine. It'll all come together. Now, either taking a wipe, or what I just like to do is take a bit of scrap card. I'm just stamping to get that excess colour off my image. So I can take that off here. And then once...
Do you need kitchen towel, Craig?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Right, awesome.
There we go. And by doing that, you're just making sure that you don't cross-contaminate your...
Very yellow.
Stamps. So take your next colour.
Yep.
And then you're going to ink that up again. So making sure you've got a good coverage. And then once you're happy with that...
They're quite soft, these ink pads, aren't they?
They are. So before you pop it back into place, remember you had the logo at the bottom right.
So I've got to turn it, have I?
So turn it either
Clockwise?
clockwise or anti-clockwise, whatever you feel comfortable with. Turn it around, and then once it's in place, you can stamp your impression. So we're just giving that a good press. And as you've done before, if you want to come along...
Just a little bit there, I've just missed a little, I've just got not a good impression on just a little bit.
Well, that's the good thing with you being able to go straight over the top again and re-ink. You could use the pigment ink pads if you want, and then do embossing
Craig,
powder.
I am digging this.
You are digging it. I'm
loving it.
You? How good are you? So do what you done a moment ago. clean your stamp or take away the excess colour from your stamp.
I'm going to look like Debbie Robinson by the end of this, aren't I? I'm going to be very inky, I think,
Very
Craig.
inky. I should point out as well, with the quick dry, whatever stamps you're using, it will, as you can see from Joe and mine, it will stain your stamps. However, if you give them a bit of a clean, they're not going to affect any future stamping, so don't worry. Then what you can do is take your third colour, and we're doing exactly what we've done before, adding our colour all the way round. I've gone for fuchsia. Then this time, we're going to turn our stamping platform another 90 degrees. So this time I'm going up to the top left.
Awesome.
And then we can press into place, and remove. And I'm going to give that another coverage. So we can go all the way round. We can do it once again. Pop that one into place. So we're just intensifying that colour. Loving yours, Joe.
Is that in the right place? Yes, it is.
It looks it anyway.
It's not too bad. I mean, it's ever so slightly out, but I mean, I don't think you'd know.
You wouldn't know.
Looking at it, I don't think you'd know.
You wouldn't have known if you hadn't have said that. And I always like to go with the logo. I follow the logo, and I know Jan does the same as well.
We're following the logo, the logo.
It just stops you from thinking, oh, did I turn it that way? What way was the start? Was it the left hand? Was it the right?
Yeah, because I'd get myself in a right old tiz, Craig.
Guide. So then what we've got here...
Oh, look at how juicy this one is, Craig.
What one have you got there?
This is plum jam, but I think it must be a new... Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Very. And then last but not least, we're turning another 90 degrees so that we've got it in the top right-hand corner. And then we can press. And these specific stamps, you do get sentiments with them.
Craig,
look
at
blown
away.
Joe.
I don't think that needs a second one. I think that looks pretty good, my last one. I'm just going to clean this up.
Whatever you're happy with, I am going to do a second one. But as you say, you don't have to. It's entirely up to yourself. But there we go. Both yours and mine. Joe, awesome.
Right, I actually have quite a minimal amount of ink on me, which is surprising. Well, actually, now I've got lots.
Once you come to clean it, you're going to have loads. You're absolutely going to have loads. But there you go, Joe. And, you know, we'll have a laugh in a Joe. I had no doubt whatsoever you would be able to do it. One, because you're great at just picking things like that.
Oh, thanks,
But then also, the cardstock, make sure it's central. Your stamp, make sure it's central. And just follow your Crafter's Companion logo. That is my main tip to work all the way around.
I'll bring it over so you can have a look on your close-up, because I haven't got a close-up over there. There you go.
Honestly, Joe. That's
all right, wasn't it?
And you said it's ever so slightly out. I wouldn't say so.
Would you not?
I wouldn't say so whatsoever.
Yeah, I did. There's schmettlings in there.
I love your colour choice. And I should just say as well, Joe picked the colours. It's not as if they were there ready for him. He picked them. So you can see that one there. So that's Joe and that's mine. Maybe you want to then take a die cut sentiment into the middle, maybe pop it out, maybe a little topper, something like that. But it's up to yourself.
Yeah. Next time we're on a craft vault together on a Tuesday, Craig.
Yeah.
I really want to have a go at heat embossing, just putting it out into the universe.
Okay, sounds good to me.
I'm not going to touch my face, so I've got ink all over me. Right, loads of you are loving that. Adriana says, so excited for you, Joe. I was in your shoes just a few weeks ago when I tried it for the first time. You can do it, she says. Ange says, the CCTV crew are amazing. Love how we can see both Craig and Joe on the screen at the same time. Loving the excitement in Joe's voice. Do you know what, Craig?
What's that?
Craig crafting does really, really excite me. I think I actually just really love trying something new.
Yeah.
You know, doing something for the first time, which is always awesome. Hannah says, just popping in over lunch and I see Joe stamping. He's so good. Craig is also a brilliant teacher. Tricia says, both of those colour choices are beautiful. Great job, Joe. Great job, Craig. Jean saying, Joe, very nice. I've got those stamps and I've never tried them. Now I'm going to give it a go. It just goes to show you, look, if I can do it, I am in no doubt every single one of you out there will be able to do it as well. So I'd love to see you all having a go at that. There's definitely a bit more cleaning to be done back here though, Craig. It looks... Do you know what though, Craig? Could you keep these? Because this looks... this actually looks quite fabulous, this
Use
bit.
some.
Yeah.
Maybe dry it out, just leave it to dry, and then use it with your mixed media. The back of your cards, maybe onto canvases, maybe you want to bring in any gesso or that. Lots of things that you could still do with that, don't bin it.
Awesome. I best finish cleaning up, Craig, because it looks like a bomb's gone off back here.
Awesome. Right, what we're going to do is let's have a look at these. So these are an Eclipse stamp and die set. So what you're going to do is, you can see it on your screen right now, Crafter's Companion Eclipse stamp collection with 76 elements in total. £45 here in the UK, $50 for you guys stateside, or €50 for you guys across in Europe. Nice saving already. You're going to get your Club Inspire. You will get, or it works out that, for instance, if you buy the bottom 4, so the 3 stamp sets and the dies, you're going to get the top 2 for free. But also within that set there, you are getting Let's Party, which is an exclusive to us at Crafters TV, so that is the only place you're going to get it. These are great for your cards. I'm telling you, and I'm just putting my hand up, to be honest, I will probably also use these dies as key alphabets within my crafting as well. So we've got stamps that you can be using, that you can see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be letting Debbie show you later on tonight on Launch Party, which is 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific, how you can make cards using the actual stamps. What we will do is we will bring in a piece of pattern paper, and we'll show you how you can use all your pattern papers for these ones as well. So what I've done is I've taken my pattern piece, which is 6.5 by 4.5. Let's bring in our dies here. So I'm going to go for, let's go for thanks. So let's do T-H-A, N-K, and then S. So we can then pop them in here. So I'm going to pop my low tack tape onto place here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start kind of top left, and then I'm going to finish bottom right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work in between. Now you can have them at jaunty angles if you want. I would try and keep them as straight as I can. I don't have the time, however, to stand and be pernickety about the way that they are. So let's layer them down, although he says that and he's still kind of getting them as straight. Let's pop these ones in here. Now you're going to be wanting the waist part as well as the elements that die cut out. So these are going to go through your plates, and depending on the size of card you're using, these will even go through your Gemini Mini or your Gemini Go. Just depends on the size of cardstock that you are going to be using. So these are then going to come out here. So we're going to pop these ones out. So if I remove them, what will then happen, carefully remove all these bits. Now remember what I said a moment ago, all the letters that come out, we still want them. So do be careful that you don't lose them. So we can then take all these bits off. So if I carefully remove these, what you're then going to be left with is this thanks aperture. You can then, for this demonstration anyway, pop some black cardstock on the back. So you're going to be left with this one. So I've already got one stuck together. The only thing I need to do is I lost the central of my A. So I'm wanting to take this one so we can use that in a moment. So I'm going to sit it there just now so I don't forget. What you're then going to do is you're going to take all of these individual letters, and you can then back them onto another bit of cardstock if you want. What I like to do is take either your large foam pads that come within the adhesive set or your big A4 sheets of a foam pad adhesive. I'm then going to bring in, let's just do one of them just now. I'm going to bring in the T, and I'll show you, this is kind of my take, how I like to do them. Because what you want to do, whether it's the foam pads or you can still use the glue gel, absolutely, but you want them to really stand proud. You want them to stand proud, and we can take out our alphabet. So if we pop this one out here and then manipulate that one out. So we're just going to pop it out, and then as this comes out here, any of these little tricky corners, just poke them out. And as this does let itself out, we can then peel each of them off first of all. So what's that?
Could you create gilding flake alphabets just using the double-sided sponge?
Of course you can. Yep.
Hello.
That would look good, wouldn't it?
Would, wouldn't it?
That would look really good. What I'm then going to do is I'm going to use my foam and I'm going to layer up my die that's popped out. If you want to use the really small Diddy foam pads that come within the set, that you can. This is my way. I personally find easiest to get that height. We've now got our letter that you can see here that's got the paper on the front, and then what that also does, if we come to pop them in place, because I've popped the black card behind, you get that shadow. What you could have done also is recut the letters in black cardstock, shadowed them on together by using your glue, then popped your foam pad on. But I find by doing it this way, I've got them all layered up here. You can see by layering them up this way, that it's just an easier way to do. You get that backdrop shadow. So I'm going to bring in these layers here, and we are simply layering them up. And I know that I'm going uber quick with these ones, but watch Launch Party later on today, which is with Joe and Debbie, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 noon Pacific Time. So what I can then do is if I take the backing off here and pop all these off, come back along with my adhesive foam alphabets. So if we then position that into the side, leaving a couple of millimeters so that we get that eclipse effects with the black, I'm going to then pop it to the side here and here.
Craig, is it possible to get black double-sided foam sheets?
Not foam sheets. You do get black foam pads.
Do you? Okay.
We don't have them as in our own range, and I know, so apologies if Big Boss is watching, I know it's like advertising, but just to show that you do get black foam pads out there, so you can do it. Alternatively, Joe, what you can also do is you could, once you've done the letters, take your classic pen or tri-blend pen and colour all the way around, and that's going to take away that white edge. But here we go, really simply creating that eclipse edge. Let's bring in our glue gel, and I use glue gel for embellishments. Pop that into place here. You get that eclipse effect with the black there. So if we can finish it off. Now, yes, I did have all the layers done first of all, but you can see you can make a really fancy card, thanks card, and that thanks really stands out, makes it bold and proud. And by just offsetting it very, very slightly with that black card, then you get that eclipse effect, and it's very readable, although it's kind of like a play on your eyes. So that is what's coming up later on today on Launch Party with Debbie and Joe, the Crafter's Companion Eclipse Stamp and Die Collection. £45 here in the UK, $50 for you guys stateside. Still getting that saving. You'll still get your Club Inspire. But here we go. We are now another day, seem to be getting more jam-packed as the days goes on when it comes to Wake Up Call. Not going to hang about. I'm just going to say thank you very much for joining me this afternoon, morning, wherever you are. Going to be back at the same time tomorrow, where we're going to do it all over again, but I'm not going to go far. I'm literally staying here, and myself and Joe will see you just in a moment or two. But if you do want some information as how you can shop across on crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, have a look at this.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Boom! Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. Yes, it's now time for the craft file, and we've got savings for you today up to 50% off, which is awesome. Now, as always with the craft file, it's fast, it's furious, you get the best deals, but grab it whilst we have it because we don't have deep stocks on a lot of these, and easy to see why we've been so busy already when you have a look at what we've got coming up in this show. We're going to start off with the Annabelle Spenceley items first. Now, this is fantastic because in here, what you're getting is you are getting 2 of the Annabelle Spenceley stamps in there, which is awesome. So you're going to get Enjoy the Adventure and Born to Shop, and we're going to give you the Finesse Alcohol Proof Noir Black ink pad, which is perfect for colouring up your with your alcohol markers. I'll show you a couple of samples here of these because I think they look absolutely awesome. Such really nice playful imagery on these. So we've got this one just here, so you can see she's on the swing. You also get the sentiment on there as well. And then you're also going to get Born to Shop. I don't know about you, I can't wait for the shops to open. I am so excited. And my bank balance isn't though. It's squirming, my bank balance. $9.98 or $13.94 to get you the 2 stamps and the ink pads as well. Don't miss out on those. We've then got some fantastic stamps here for you. Now, these stamps were actually put together, I believe, to work with. It was either the illustrators or the Tri-Blend brush pens. I can't remember which of the 2 it was. But if you've got brush nibs, you're going to absolutely love using these. Even if you've got bullet nib alcohol pens, they're going to work fantastically also. So in here, what you're going to get is you've got this cute little mouse in here, which I think is absolutely awesome. It's fantastic because you've got the sentiment in there as well, which is brilliant. So we've got the mouse in here. You're also going to get the hair. Now, can you see, I'm not sure how close you can get, if you can see all the texture that we've got going on in here, because all of that texture is what you're going to use if you've got our brush nib alcohol markers. We've got the Foxy Loxy. He's coming included in this collection as well. And you've got the little kittens too, which is absolutely awesome. You get all 4 of those. You're saving 40%, which is fantastic. So do grab those. If you want some sentiments and embellishment stamps, we've got those for you on the show too. So you're going to get in this next one, the Nature's Garden Peacock Collection. It's the Words of Inspiration that's coming in here. So you're going to get that. And then you're also going to get the accents and frames from the Crafty Fun collection too. I mean, treat yourself Tuesday in full force there, $4.99 or $6.95, which is incredible value for money. So that's what you're getting there in that one. Right, we are going to move on. Now, I've got a couple of different options here for you. So I'm going to show you everything here that you've got. So these are 2 different items. So you can either go for the stamping mat in 2 different configurations, essentially. So you can go for the stamping mat with a 4x4 platform and also the spring reef. That is the first item, $15.98 or $22.90, saving 20%. Or what you can do is you can go for the stamping mat with these gorgeous goodies. And in here, what you're going to get is you are going to get that awesome watercolor cardstock. You're going to get the Finesse waterproof die, and you're also going to get then in there the 6x6 stamping mat too. So however you're going for it, the stamping mat is such a great addition. So many of you tell us how it's really transformed the way that you stamp. So however you want to get a hold of it, 2 different options for you there, which is brilliant. Loads on the show, loads coming up, still lots of amazing demonstrations, of course, from the lovely Craig. Thanks for letting me crash your wake-up call today, Craig. I had a lovely time there that last hour.
That was good, wasn't it? I would never ever think of it as gate crashing. It's always good to have you popping on. It's always a lot of fun. It's always, we shouldn't really say it, but it's always more laid back, isn't it?
It's very
more
chilled, isn't
chilled, it's more fun. You guys
Easing
love it
ourselves
as
into
well.
the day.
It really is good just to ease ourselves back in. But I think what we're going to do is let's have a look at these stamps here.
Oh, awesome.
So I've got a nice selection. So we've got the animal stamps here. So I'm trying to think. Let's go for decisions. Let's go for Mr. Fox. Let's go for Mr. Fox within this one. What we're then going to do is just can decide. It's like what one we're going to go for.
Well,
like,
you get all four, which is
I
awesome.
know.
So you don't have to pick. I know you can get. It's a whole menagerie we're sending to you.
A whole menagerie. Absolutely, it is. And what we've got is I've taken this stamping platform, and you know what's I think's just worked out so good, and this is what the team do as well. Is within Wake Up Call is we showed you the difference between our large magnetic stamping platform and the rocker blocks. Now continuing on with this show, what we're then doing is I'm able to show you how you can use the 6x6 with the stamping mat. So you see how all the shows just come together. So what I'm doing now, I've got all my cardstock apart from my watercolor card. So here we go, found some here.
It sounded, Joe, we were looking at it, it was like the fox was talking to us.
Was it?
We were on a close-up of the fox. Like,
Certainly is a fantastic Mr. Fox, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my cardstock down slightly. And then what I'm doing, it is watercolor card simply because I'm going to use this with our waterproof. And I'm going to bring this one in. And I can bring in my waterproof ink pad that we've got within that set that you showed a moment ago. So I'm going to stamp this one into place.
Great detail on these, isn't there?
Incredible detail. These are good. That's if you want to progress with your colour, maybe you've even started. Sometimes you would maybe think, Joe, that, gosh, these have got a lot of detail for me being a beginner. What you find is because you've got all the little guidelines, I call them guidelines, but they're really nice accent lines for you to follow if you want to add that bit of depth by shading. So keep it simple, lay the colour down flat, whichever one that you choose, and then go in with a different or a slightly darker shade and follow those little black lines, and you can then look like that you're becoming an absolute artist. So here we go. So we can see that we've got that impression onto our watercolor card. I've used watercolor card and used our waterproof ink pad. So what I'm then going to do is if I bring in a couple of, let's go for a few aqua pens, and that's why I used the watercolor range, because our aqua pens are water-based. So we can then go in either with a paintbrush and water, or we can go in with a water brush. What we can start to do is I've got jasmine, terracotta, and clay. I'm going to go and start with the kind of the lightest from the tones that I've picked.
Susan says Mr. Fox is looking so proud.
Yes,
He is, isn't he? He's a very proud fox.
It's like, yeah, he's either really proud.
Head held high, chest puffed out.
It's like he's sniffing the air. It's, you know, what's going on in the world.
Maybe like he's auditioning for a Bisto advert or something.
Yeah, Bisto.
Bisto. Bisto is a brand of gravy, by the way, here in the UK, just for our American viewers. I always get the Bisto advert and the Hovis advert confused.
What do you?
Because they're both about a smell, aren't they? Lingering in the air.
Yeah, true, they are, aren't they?
Hovis, by the way, is a brand of bread here in the UK. It's been around forever. Jane says, I feel a spend coming on. So many goodies. The thing is, I think you can afford to treat yourself in this show, can't you? Because the savings are so awesome. Marisol says, slightly off topic question, but I'm going to go for it anyway, Craig. How do you clean the stamping mat? Good question.
This one here?
Yeah.
What you can do, either a warm cloth, a warm wipe, or you can, very, very simply, if you've got baby wipe, let's go, I've got a bit of a dirtier one here. What we can do is we can then go over with the baby wipe.
Okay.
And wipe away. Now what will happen is that looks dark, not because it's black, but because obviously it's wet. That will dry out slightly. You will get a slight change of colour, but they are, believe it or not, as you can see here, they're actually very, very easy to clean.
Fabulous.
So all they're doing, either a baby wipe
We just clearly don't ever clean ours.
That's it. Yeah. To be fair, when I'm at home, I don't clean mine.
Do you not?
Well, not after every use. You know, after a few weeks or that, I'll go around. But they're very easy. Just a warm wipe or a baby wipe, and you know you can clean them simply. I think sometimes some people maybe think they're a bit harder to clean, but they're not. Very easy. But what I've done, colouring in now. So that was, I want to say that was the jasmine, wasn't it? And then I'm going to go in with, actually let's go in with the terracotta because it's a bit deeper here. And then I'm going to pull some of this colour out here, really pulling it out because I don't want a lot of depth. What we can then start to do is I can start to follow these lines here. I'm going to take some of that excess off, either onto my glass mat or onto my hand. And then Joe, simply start to pull the colours out, start to blend them in together. And then this is where that I'll always follow those little accent lines that you get, and it makes you look, after a while, like a professional artist. Like that one. So that's how you would do it with your
awesome.
aqua pens, or aqua pens or sparkle pens, anything along those lines there.
Brilliant, love that, Craig. Let me remind everyone what they're getting in here, because you are getting 4 and you're getting a great saving. Should be £20, it's £12 today. Club Inspire Platinum members will save another $3.60 or another £2.40 off of that, which is awesome. So it'll be under £10, which is brilliant, or under $15 as a Platinum member. You've got the mouse in there, which is awesome. You are also going to get the bunny, no, it's a hare, it's not a bunny rabbit. I always get my rabbits and my hares confused, Craig, you know. Is a hare just a bit bigger? Bit bigger and a bit skinnier and longer ears. Right. This one here is the fox, very proud fox. And then you've got the cats in here as well. Do you have a pet hare, Georgina? Georgina almost had a pet hare. See, in my head, hares are like wild animals and rabbits are like pets. Oh, there we go. Karen Peterson is loving this show, Craig. She says today's show was so educational. Joe and Craig are wonderful together. I can relate this more with Joe, and hopefully in time he will be half as talented as Craig. Oh, she will be half as talented as Craig. Craig is so talented, and what a wonderful teacher as well. I'm glad.
Aww.
Thanks for that, Karen.
Thank you.
Christina says, I'm English, I still use Bisto and Oxo all the time, even though I've lived across the pond for 35 years. I mostly rely on friends and family to bring me some. I can't do without them. Well, I hope your stock gets replenished soon, Christina. Nefertiti says, you know, I have to give Craig and the others a pat on the back. To craft is a talent, but to teach crafting techniques at the speed and taking questions all at the same time is amazing. You guys rule. But they do rule, don't they? All of our crafting experts are absolutely awesome. I want to share with you a few of the other bits that are on this show. Don't forget about those awesome Annabelle Spencer stamps. So much fun to colour these, and I really love just how playful they are. It's just like a really awesome caricature, aren't they? Both of the stamps and the ink pad, less than £10, less than $14. Awesome, awesome deal there. Sentiments and frames is what we're looking at next. You've got those peacock sentiments and the crafty fun frames, $4.99 or $6.95 to get your hands on those. We've also got a waterproof stamping collection. You've got the stamping mat, you've got the 6x6, you've also got the ink pad and the watercolor card, $23.50 or $33. And then our animals, our menagerie of magical animals. There you see the fox, the cats, the hare, and also the mouse in there. £12 or $18. The spring reef is what we're going to look at next with the tools. So you're going to get the stamping mat, the 4x4 platform, and the spring reef in there also. Great price on this, less than £16, under $23, which is brilliant. And Club Inspire Platinum members, you're going to get what? Going to get about another $3.60 off of that in the UK, which is awesome. Our little sandbox says those stamps are bringing the cuteness this morning. And Teresa really admiring Craig's watercolouring. Right, what would you like to share with us next, Craig?
Right, so what we'll do is we will use the spring wreath for this one here. And what you can actually do is you can use these with the stamping platform that we showed on Wake Up Call this morning. But what I'm the way to do is I'm going to show you how you can layer up your stamps, without the stamping platform, how you can still do it with the smaller platform as well as the mat that you get within the set. So first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I've taken some stamping card for this one. If you've seen Wake Up Call, I'm going to do the same as to what me and Joe done with the Try It Tuesday, and I'm going to line it up with the grids on here. So I cut this to 6 by 6. So I'm making sure it's centraled into the middle. Then that way it's 2.5 squares, 2.5 squares, 2.5. No, it's not. 2.25, 2.25 that we can see here. So we are now nicely into the middle. What I'm then going to do is bring in my smaller platform. And when it comes to these stamps, what these have all got is, if I lay them there so you can see, they've all got little 90-degree corners. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got all little diddy bits that you can be using.
No, you're not even paying for the stamps in this collection, which is brilliant, Craig. So you get those stamps totally free of charge, which is awesome.
That is good. That is really good, isn't it? Really good. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking that 90-degree corner that we can see here, and I'm choosing one of these many grids within my small and stamping platform. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this grid down with the logo here. So I'm making sure that I'm lined up in that 90-degree corner. And what I'm also doing is I'm letting it fall on itself. So it's just settled nicely, it's where it needs to be, and I'm making sure that I'm pressed in. Before I pop my ink on, what I'm also going to do is I want to make sure that each time that I stamp my next impression, I'm lined up at the same bit. So see this main 90-degree corner here. I'm going to make sure every time that that is lined up with the 90-degree corner of my white cardstock. So if I press so that you can you see that? Now, there we go, we can see here. Now, it looks as though I've got a couple of millimeters there. It's not, it is absolutely straight, and I am putting my head in the way so you can see. There we go, so I am bang on the corners. It just looks a little bit out from your eyes, but it's not. So I need to make sure every time that I'm lined up at that 90-degree corner. So let's bring in stamp number 1. So we're going to stamp this with our honey pot. So bringing it back in, and then once again, that main 90-degree corner, what we're going to do is we're going to line that one up to where I wanted it to be. Just make sure that my legs are working. We're then going to...
Your legs?
Yeah, my stamping platform legs.
Right, not your own legs.
Yeah. We can then press that impression in here. And here we go. You said it, Georgina, not me. We can then remove that one. So we're starting to get that impression similar to our rotating stamps. What we can then do is we can then go into layer number 2. So we're bringing in that 90-degree corner, popping it where we had the first one, in with that corner, and then I'm pressing so it's into place. We are then going to stamp our next colour, turn it around, and then what we need to do, remember, we still need to line that up to the 90-degree. So I'm going to line that up where I need it to be, and then I'm going to, once I'm happy, I'm going to press, and then I'm going to remove it.
Nice.
We can then go into layer 3 now. Very repetitive. We're going to pop that into that corner.
I was a bit confused for a moment, Craig. I thought you were rotating it, and then when you put it sort of bottom centre, I was a bit like, oh.
Yeah.
But you're not rotating it, are
Nope.
you? You're using different stamps every single time. What a silly Billy I am.
No, you're not. You're absolutely right. That's how it can start to appear. And it starts to build up like the rotating stamps, but you don't need to rotate them. You're making sure that each corner is lined up time and time again. So lined up in that corner, I'm making sure that I'm lined up at the 90-degree, and then I can press and then remove that one. And then what we can then do is I don't have a green style. I've got parakeet, so let's use that one. Let's go into layer number 4, and we can then pop that into the corner, same corner, just to say the number isn't on the stamp, but the number is on the packaging for each one so you know where to follow. Cover with our ink, back into place, lining up your chosen line. Get that squared up. Once you're happy with that, I'm going to press, I'm going to remove, and then there we go.
That looks gorgeous, Craig.
Actually, I really quite like the parakeet instead of actually the green. And I used honeypot, orange, fuchsia and parakeet. You can do them in any order you want. You know, the only difference is if I'd done parakeet first, then my first layer would have been parakeet. So you can do them light to dark, dark to light, mid to dark, mid to light, whatever you want, it's up to you, but build them up. Make sure that you always pop the corner of your stamp in your chosen 90 degree, and then also use a specific outline using the same ones every time. You'll start to layer them up like that.
Brilliant. Make sure you grab that awesome deal in there. Remember what you're getting as well. So you're getting the stamping mat in there. You are also getting then the 4x4 and the wreaths. You're not paying for the wreaths. Now the wreaths are worth $9.99 or they're worth $9.99 in the UK, which is awesome. So do grab those. Brilliant deal there for that. Don't forget also about the other stamps that we've got on the show for you too. You've got, let's do the other toolkit first. This one here is your stamping platform, and what you're getting in there is you're getting the 6x6, you're getting the watercolor cardstock, and then you're getting the Finesse waterproof ink pad in there as well. A brilliant collection there for you with the waterproof, so great for your aqua markers, your sparkle pens, all of those kind of things. I'll just get the price change for you on that one. So that one's going to be $23.50 or $33, $18.80 or $26.40 as a Club Inspire Platinum member. Now we're going to have a look back at the stamps. So remember what we've got there. This is your Peacock collection that we've got, which is fantastic. So in here you're going to get the Peacock sentiments, which are these ones here, and then you're also going to get then in here your accent and frames in there too. I mean, treat yourself Tuesday in full force, £4 as a Club Inspire Platinum member in the UK, which I think is awesome. Now we're going to go back to the animals. These were designed to work actually in conjunction with our illustrators and our tri-blend brush pens. However, Craig used them with the aqua marker, so it shows you can do what you want. You've got so much texture in these stamps here, which is awesome. So we've got the mouse, we've also got the hare, you're going to have the fox in there, and we have got also the cats too. £12 or $18 to get your hands on those. Platinum members, you save more than you spend here as a Platinum member actually. Platinum members in the UK spend $9.60 and save $10.36. Again, I said it once, I'll say it again. Treat yourself Tuesday in full force. Don't forget also about the Annabelle Spansley stamps. Should I try that again? Should I give that another go? What did I call them? Annabelle Spence. I called them Spanx, didn't I?
You
Which
did.
is like a support garment that you wear, apparently, which is not what that is. These aren't going to cinch you in at the waist, but they are going to create something fabulous for you in your craft room. They are your Annabelle Spenceley stamps, which is brilliant. You're going to get both of them in here, and what's great is you get the focal images, and then you get so many of your sentiments in here too, which is brilliant. And you've got embellishments in there as well. Right, you're also going to get that one there is called Enjoy the Adventure. Then what you've got is this one here, which is Born to Shop. And again, loads of fun. I like the fact that if you do some alcohol marker projects, right, they can be a really sort of long project. And that is great if that's what you're after. These are awesome when you just want to do a kind of little quick project on these, which is fantastic. And there's loads. I know loads of you own these and absolutely love them as well. Lots of people loving this show. Renee saying, enjoying all these demos. Teresa said, the Zooming Queen must be in the building today. I don't know, are we referring to you as the Zooming Queen now, George? I don't think so. I think he'll take it, he says. That's a reference to Charlotte. It's George Squared in the gallery today. Kathy says, ooh, the delivery man just rolled up with CC packages. Happy birthday to me. Kathy, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, Kathy. Karen Wild saying amazing detail in all of these stamps. And Diane says, this is a great stamping show. It has been a great stamping show, hasn't it? And you know what, Diana? It's not over yet, is it, Craig?
No. It's not indeed. We're going to do another bit of stamping. Now I thought what I would do for this one is it just ties it all together. We've showed you the 4x4 stamping platform with the mat. We've showed you the 6x6. So let's also use something that Debbie and Joe have got coming up in masterclass, and this ties it all together. So what I'm doing is I'm using our large magnetic base, so we can see here. And then what I'm doing is I've popped my Nina cardstock on because we could do a very quick bit of colouring with tri-blends. We're going to bring in the Born to Shop. So I don't need it to be anywhere specific because I would come out and cut it later on. But I'm popping it into roughly the middle anyway. And then we can then go in with our Noir Black. Noir Black, alcohol proof, and there's a picture of the alcohol pen. And we're also going to stamp this one up. We're giving it a good coverage. And in case you didn't see Wake Up Call this morning, what I'm going to do is if I lightly press and be like, oh gosh darn it.
What you like.
What am I like? I've missed bits. With the largest stamping platform, we can just give it another coat of ink. And what we can do is we can go back in because we've got the 8 feet and they've all got their own little positional holders. We can then press, we can then finish this one off, and then this is then going to give us our perfect impression. You don't need to worry about missing bits. So at least by that way, now within this half hour, as I say, we have covered the 4x4, 6x6, and then now our larger stamping platform. What we're then going to do is, because I'm going to use our tri-blends, I'm going to put a little bit of scrap card underneath. And let's go for, I've got my tri-blends in front of me. I'm going to, let's go for a bit of magenta. Yeah, we will do. And we can start to then colour in. So what I'm going to do within this one, let's start in with the shopping bag. And I'm not going to go in all about the tri-blends, Joe. We've got dedicated shows that you can watch back on the website and YouTube. But we can then go in. I'm going to just lay the full colour and colour this one in.
Victoria says, Annabelle Spanks, Joe, you crack me up. I love it.
That was funny. That was good. Funny, sometimes you don't realise when the words come out, do you?
No. Sometimes you really wish they didn't come out as well, Craig.
Yeah, there is some.
You wish you could take them back sometimes, but you can't. Once you've given birth to them, that's it. They're out there for all to see. I love these, Craig. Would pretty much all of your colouring mediums, I'm guessing, would work with these? Would they, Craig?
Every single one.
Brilliant.
Only thing you need to decide upon is whether you, if you're using anything alcohol based, you need your alcohol-proof ink pad. And ideally, Nina cardstock, but stamping card would work to colour onto. If you're using anything water-based, such as sparkle pens or sparkle pots or aqua pencils, you want your waterproof ink pad and you also want your waterproof cardstock. Other than that, you can colour in these stamps any medium that you want.
Awesome. Deborah Lafleur says she has all of these. She's currently working on the Christmas ones. Now, Deborah, you must be very organised if you have already made a start on your Christmas cards. Is that what's happened, Deborah? Please do let me know. Zena says, when you're live and is talking as fast as you two are, it's funny when you slip up. It is funny. Sometimes, you know, we have to just be careful, Craig, don't we, as always say?
Sometimes we do, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sometimes we're having so much fun, we forget ourselves, Craig, where we are. And what we're actually up to. It's just like we're chilling in Craig's craft room is how it feels sometimes.
Oh gosh, I've lost my train of thought there.
Were you going to get yourself in trouble so you just stopped talking? Is that what you're going to do?
Well, but not got myself in. I was a way to say I would, in my craft room when I'm alone, I would give Gordon Ramsay a run for his money. But
are you a bit of a...
That's the thing, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Driving, yes.
Oh, effing and jeffing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very PG here on Craft TV. It's family-friendly entertainment, Craig, isn't it? Which is awesome. I just want to remind you what's coming up for the rest of the day. Don't forget, 3 p.m. today, we've got a fantastic masterclass, myself and Debbie, all things core tools, which is a whole host of different stuff for you. 3 p.m. here, 11 a.m. Eastern, and then, of course, 7 p.m. tonight, 3 p.m. Eastern. We will have Monday Makers as well. Craig, that looks gorgeous.
Thank you very much. So yeah, you would carry on colouring it till your heart's content, but there you go, a very, very light bit of colour in there, and you can colour theme it to whatever child or girl or woman you've got within your life.
Brilliant. Love that. Don't miss out on it. £9.98. You get both the stamps and you get the ink pad in there as well. I nearly said it again. Craig, it's been a pleasure spending the day, the morning with you today. The morning, the afternoon? It's been lovely. Whatever it's been lovely.
It is always great spending the show with you, Joe, as well as Wake Up Call. Are you in tomorrow? Is that you?
I am. Maybe
Yes.
let me crash your Wake Up Call for one more time.
I would love that. That's me for the day, but I will see you tomorrow all over again for Wake Up Call in Craft Vault.
Brilliant. Don't go anywhere though. 90 minutes time myself and the lovely Debbie Fisher will be here with that Core Tools Masterclass. I'll see you then. Don't forget to check out your baskets. Take care.
Bye.